This SSV Orion was supposed to be a diplomatic vessel, a shining beacon of humanity's first peaceful outreach to the Xelthari Dominion. I, Captain Elias Voss, was chosen to lead the mission, not because I was the best diplomat, but because I was the only one who could speak their language fluently. When we landed in the royal gardens of Xelthari, I expected guards, courtiers, maybe even a welcome procession. What I didn't expect was to step out of my shuttle and come face to face with Princess Lyra, standing completely bare in the middle of a crystalline pool, her silver skin shimmering under the twin suns. She froze. Her 4 violet eyes widened in shock, her frilled ears flaring outward like delicate fans. For a species that prized modesty above all else, this was the worst possible first impression. Chapter 2. A Cultural Catastrophe. The Xelthari were a proud, reserved people. Their customs were strict, their traditions unyielding. Nudity was sacred, reserved only for private rituals or bonding ceremonies. To be seen unclothed by an outsider was a grave dishonor. And I had just walked in on their princess. Lyra's shock turned to fury. She hissed, her elongated fingers curling like claws. Before I could even stammer an apology, the royal guards descended on me, their energy blades humming. "Wait!" I shouted in Xelthari, hands raised. This was a mistake. I didn't know. "Silence, human!" one guard snarled. "You have defiled the royal sanctum." I was dragged away, the princess's outraged glare burning into my back. Chapter 3. Trial by Fire. The Xelthari High Tribunal wasted no time. My crime. Blasphemous intrusion upon the sacred form of the divine bloodline. The punishment. But Lyra, to my surprise, intervened. "Hold," she commanded, now clad in flowing robes of iridescent silk. "This human claims ignorance. Let him explain." The tribunal reluctantly agreed. I took a deep breath and spoke in their tongue. "Your Eminence, my people knew nothing of your customs. Our records were incomplete. I came in peace, seeking alliance, not offense." The elders murmured. The Xelthari valued honor, but they also valued truth. Lyra studied me, her expression unreadable. Then she did something unexpected. "Prove your worth, human." Chapter 4. The Trial of the Ancients. To atone, I had to undergo the Xelthari, a trial of courage and wisdom. If I survived, my crime would be forgiven. If I failed, well, death was still on the table. The trial took me deep into the ruins of an ancient Xelthari temple, where I faced illusions of my deepest fears. Failure, isolation, the destruction of Earth. But I pressed on, driven by duty. At the final chamber I found Lyra waiting. "This last test is mine to give," she said. "Why do you seek alliance with us?" I answered honestly. "Because alone we are weak. Together we can face the darkness coming for us all." She tilted her head. "What darkness?" I told her of the Scourge, a ravenous swarm devouring worlds at the galaxy's edge. The Xelthari had not yet seen them, but they would. Lyra's eyes darkened. Then she reached out and placed a hand on my chest. "You speak truth. And you have passed." Chapter 5. Redemption and Alliance. The tribunal, reluctantly impressed, spared my life. But it was Lyra who shocked them all. "I will go with the human," she declared, "to learn of his people, and to ensure this scourge is real." The court erupted in protest, but Lyra was adamant. And so, against all odds, I left Xelthari not as a condemned criminal, but with an alien princess as my ally. As we boarded the Orion, Lyra glanced at me, a sly smirk playing on her lips. "Next time, human knock." I laughed. Maybe, just maybe, this alliance would work after all. Epilogue: the war to come. Months later, when the Scourge's vanguard finally struck, it was the combined might of humanity and the Xelthari that held the line. And at the heart of it all stood Lyra and I, once strangers, now warriors bound by fate. The galaxy would learn that day. When humanity and aliens stood together, even the darkest night could be pushed back. And it all started with an accidental glimpse of a very bare princess.